Okay, welcome back to today's edition of the Glam Talk Show. We're back from the chef. Like I said, I have two questions to ask my guest speakers, and after we play the game and we wrap up the talk show. Okay, the first question is what are the challenges when it comes to sustaining long-term relationships? The challenges when it comes to sustaining long-term or in love and connection. I think we need to go with the ladies
Mm.
first. Okay, tell us first. Where you going first?
The challenge is in sustaining love and connection, right? First, there is a tendency, under God, there is a tendency that the love might fade. The love. So, what keeps the commitment and connection going is the friendship and trust you've built over time. Now, that's why when you're still in love, be sure not to be just in love, but build bond, build connection, build friendship. So, because this thing is what you're doing for a lifetime. So, if it's just the love fades at some point and it's being revived again. So, while you're in your fading point, what's going to keep the relationship going? Definitely the commitment, the friendship you've built while you were still heavily in love. You use that commitment to stay till the love is being revived. And another thing is, if, as we said earlier, if you do not have um, allowance of character, you have the intelligence to know that some persons may not act exactly as you want them to. There's some persons that, as long as you give them an instruction, they will not do it. Let it just be that they chose to do it themselves. But as long as it is an instruction, they will not do it. So in that kind of situation, you don't instruct them. You make them see reasons why they should do it. Don't just please do this, please do that. Tell them do this because if you do this, this is going to happen. And it's going to take so much of your time because it takes time to convince those kind of persons to do certain things. So while you're in this relationship for a long time, you will need to learn how to communicate reasons. Don't just communicate facts, communicate reasons to your partner. When you're able to communicate reasons aside the facts that you're communicating, when you're able to communicate reasons to your partner will be able to see that okay, this person actually needs me to stay, and for the person to go to this extent to sustain me, then I have to adjust in certain things. I have to adjust in certain ways. I have to adjust in so many aspects of my life to be able to accommodate and welcome these aspects of my partner as well. And they have to be when there's no accommodation in your relationship, no, it's not working. It's not working at all. It's not going anywhere. You have to be able to accommodate one another's flaws. We are all flawed as humans. So being able to accommodate your partner's flaws is something that can help grow the not just grow, sustain the relationship, sustain the commitment, sustain everything you and your partner have together. If you can't, if you can't create allowance for your partner's flaws, there are chances that you guys wouldn't even work for a year because hmm, I feel the first 3 months of a relationship is built on pretense. That's when you still be
Favor.
yes, that's when you still be pushing up and doing like you're all sent and everything. Then when time begins to with time you unveil your real self. Now if you are not able to accommodate the flaws your partner is unveiling, that's why sometimes you feel we find ourselves telling our partners that you've
Not
changed.
changed, yeah.
You've changed. No, they didn't change. They unveil
You
their real
just saw
self.
their real
They
selves.
unveil their real
Yeah.
self. So if you cannot accommodate this real self that comes with flaws and everything, you're not going anywhere. That vehicular relationship is going to break down anytime soon. So to be able to sustain a long-term commitment and love and relationship and navigate through till death do us part, as we say, you need to accommodate, you need to be understanding, you need to be emotionally intelligent, most importantly, and have a sense of maturity all round, in all ramifications, in all aspects of your life. Be mature, heavily mature, but
Mm.
heavily mature sounds too heavy.
Heavily mature.
Very
No,
much.
no, break some things down. So
Okay.
you'll be able to, play with your partner, because if you're
Mm.
heavily mature, I don't think there'll be time to play.
You'll
You
be
know,
pride.
exactly.
Mm.
Mm.
So I feel be mature, but
Matured
have
enough.
be mature
Just
enough. Yes,
enough.
be mature enough. Just be enough in your maturity. So
Just
you will have
enough.
some time to play, because that play builds bond as well. Hanging out with your partner, playing with your partner, it builds bond. And once there is bond, as I said earlier, bond will hold the relationship even when love has faded for some
Mm.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I think let me just deviate a little bit from this particular topic, but we're still on the topic of navigating long-term
Mhm.
relationship. Now, in a relationship where a guy scolds his girlfriend, and most times, in the course of scolding his girlfriend picks offense in the scold. Now, what do you think need to be done in terms of sustaining the same long-term relationship? Because I have a girlfriend, like for instance, I have a girlfriend, wouldn't be my girlfriend. And then I think you do something which is bad, and I scold you. I tell you to pick correction. You like pick offense in what I'm saying. Like I'm the one scolding you, I'm correcting you, I'm picking offense in what
Mm.
I'm saying. Then I mean, how do I, like, what do I do to get rid of your anger, whatever, to maintain the relationship?
It's two-sided. How did you scold her? What were the words you used while scolding her?
Mm.
What were the things? What were your reactions while scolding her? Now, if you can put these things in check and know that this is someone you want to spend the rest of your life with, not a child. There's how you scold a child, and there's how you scold your partner. There are two different types of scolding. If you scold me like a child, definitely I'll be offended. But if you scold me like I am your partner and you respect me just for the fact that, okay, I did something wrong, so I need to be scolded. Now, it is in my place to, that's why I talked about maturity. This is my place to be mature enough to understand that you scolded me because I did something wrong, and you didn't scold me because you hated me, but you scolded me because you love me and you want me to be good. You want me to take correction so that I will not repeat.
The
Maybe it
same
was a
mistake.
mistake.
Yeah.
I'll not repeat that same mistake again. Now, if I pick offense in an actual scolding that was done very well, then it's a sign that check your maturity level. It's
He's
there's
dropping.
something
You're not ready to
there's
learn.
something wrong
Yeah.
with your maturity level.
That's pride that is setting
Exactly.
in.
Thank you. If you're being scolded and you get offended, one, you are being scolded the right way, firstly,
Mm.
and you get offended. It's a sign that you have pride. It's a big sign that you have pride
Yeah.
and you don't take corrections. If you are incorrigible, no, no,
Mm.
no, 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 no. You have to check yourself before going to a relationship. Because personally, I will walk out of that relationship.
But if you're the guy,
If I'm the guy, if I'm the lady, I
okay,
will walk
okay,
out of it.
okay.
Because I feel if I can't correct you now that we are still dating, if we marry and you do something and I tell you this is not the right way to do it, or what you did is wrong, and you pick offense, how will I cope? How will I survive when you keep feeling you are, Mr.
You're
Right,
always right.
Mrs. Right,
Mm.
and you can't be corrected? No, 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 no. I will sensibly and maturely walk out of it. I can't do this anymore because they're incorrigible, and definitely they will always beg you to stay. Now, if I agree to stay the second time and I see that it's not going anywhere, that's the end of it. No amount of begging is going to make me stay back. No matter how much I love you, I care about my sanity and my peace. I can't be dating someone that I can't correct. You do something and I tell you it's wrong and you're telling me it's done my way, whatever you have to say that I can't correct. No,
Mm.
no, 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 no. It doesn't work that way. You need to learn to be corrigible, most
Yeah.
importantly in a relationship.
Okay, I think we're supposed to have two questions, but I just have a last one because this topic is growing interesting, and of
Yeah.
course, I wish we had persons here They have to
Okay.
ask questions, but all the time I'll do that for them. And of course, if you have your own question to ask, the few people want to drop in the comment section. So, coming to you, so what are the challenges when it comes to sustaining long-term relationship?
Well, there are various challenges. Relationship is like a child.
Okay.
It grows. When you started dating somebody for the first time, there's a way the person reacted to some certain things, but at the
Okay.
course of time, the person start the attitude, the person won't get angry again if it was something that got the person angry, because the person has grown enough to know that this is the way you talk, this is the way you act.
Okay.
One advice I give to people that are dating in a relationship: anything you know you won't tolerate in marriage, don't tolerate it in relationship. Relationship is the baseline. Don't say, you know, when you actually go into the study of man and their behavior, you actually find out that you cannot change a person's behavior.
Okay.
Except maybe you're a psychologist, but for a relationship, you can, even a psychologist actually they shape behavior, they study the behavior and they see how they can cut down some excesses. But the only person that can change a person's behavior when it comes to relationship is God. To be very sincere with you, I like being very sincere with people when it comes to relationship, because relationship can take you, so can gain you eternal life, and can also take away eternal life from you.
Exactly, you're right.
So I am always very blunt
Mm.
when it comes to that point, because don't expect that because you have told the person. I've read stories, I've seen stories where the girl say, "Ah, me, I will not be able to marry you if you are always hot tempered like this." The guy now, he will definitely change because he has that feelings for her and he does not want to lose her. So he can easily act up that I've changed. No matter what she do, he will just be calm. But once he now get into marriage now, so
Yeah.
he will now say, ah, we are married.
Now that
I'm
you've
not tying any
married.
rapper again. I'll walk like that. So he will now show his real colors.
Mm.
So only God can actually know. He says he knows the heart
Mm.
of a man. He knows the heart of every man. So he's the only one that can be able to change. If he changes a man, the man is totally changed.
That's true.
But if the man wants to change for a particular person, there's a tendency that he will go back to it. He will even be worse than what he was, because he has an elastic. Every man has like an elastic in their behavior. We want to get to the extreme. It's just like rubber band. This rubber band, we want to get to the its point,
Yeah.
it breaks. So everybody has that tendency. Only God can change a man. A man that was very violent, he can tame the man, and the man will now become very humble, very calm. So one challenge I can see, I can tell you that is common in relationship is adjustment.
Mm.
When one partner don't want to adjust, find it difficult to adjust.
There's lack of adjustment.
Yes, lack of adjustment. We find it difficult to adjust to this particular kind of person's behavior or thought pattern, and this other person wants his own partner to also adjust immediately. Is one-sided. He does not want to be the one changing. He only wants the girl or wants the guy to be changing. Then change, adjustment has to do with the both of them. That's why I say relationship from the beginning. I said it's a mutual understanding, mutual agreement. The both of us must decide to adjust to a particular thing. I might like it like this, and she does not like it like this. But other things we like alike. We have the same, but just this, we will need to look for a way. So when there is no way in adjusting, that's where a very major problem comes in. A very major problem. Like she said now, so I've read a book and they said that love, actually, there's a point in relationship that there's no love.
Mm.
There's a point in relationship that
I would like to read that book.
there's a point in relationship that there is no sex. For people, young people that feel that sex is the core of relationship.
Yeah.
I just want
Hey,
to.
you're deviating my guys, I think I've really led by the Holy Spirit. Let's have it.
That is, sex is just like, what would I call sex? Like, I don't know if any of us have an idea of baking. Sex is a flavor
Wow.
Oh.
in the relationship.
Wow.
It's not the flaw.
It's not the main deal.
Yes, it's not the main deal. It's just the flavor. Like how we have play, all this play that play. They are all part of bonding.
Yeah.
Sex is more than the activity. It's a bonding process.
Okay.
When you come together, they are all intertwined with each other. That's why you see a relationship that has to do with sex is very difficult. That's why you hear people saying old road no dey close, because it's very difficult for them to detach from each other. That's why you see that somebody has had a sexual relationship with, even if it was not serious, when once you see the person, your body reacts. Your body reacts to the person because I've had something to do with this person, something intimate. Is more than the activity. So people feel that sex is the core of relationship. Sex is not. Sex without communication, it will break.
That's
Sex without sacrifice, it will break. Sex without humility, that's another challenge. Humility is another challenge. When two captains can be in one boat, but only one captain is riding the boat,
Yep.
or is the pilot. Seeing you, I'm talking of ship and plane. Is navigating the boat. So they can be two pilots. When two personalities come, the two of them were all bosses in our various lives.
Yeah.
We now came together, and now all of a sudden, one boss wants to overrule me. Now he has now turned me to his staff. You guys are cool bosses. That's where a problem, a major challenge now comes in when one person always wants to be the boss. Another challenge inside that humility is when one person, the both of you, are having issues with sorry and thank you.
Oh, the magic word.
Sorry and thank you. In relationship, you might be right though. You are especially sorry to say auntie. Sorry to say Africana, but you might be wrong, but ladies hardly accept that they are wrong.
Pride. Ladies, pride. All female.
No.
No.
Not in all females. Some females have been trained over time
Yes, to foretell it, yes.
to embrace humility.
Yes.
So it's, I would say it's just, when you talk about personal development,
Yes.
it's just some of them that have not developed themselves
Themselves,
to that
yeah.
extent of learning to say sorry and thank you.
Yeah.
But if you're mature, if you've developed it, you will learn to say sorry, you learn to say thank you, you learn to say correction.
Yeah.
It's not all female, sir.
But
Okay.
But when you find out as a guy or a lady, let me keep it in a balanced state. When you find out that digging deep into this argument we are not going anywhere.
Okay.
It takes maturity to say I'm sorry, even when you know that you are right.
Okay.
Some people will say, okay, now me, I'm sorry. See, is sorry you want to hear.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I've said it there. You must mean it. Even if even if you were right, you must mean it. That I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe based on, that sometimes most arguments are based on the way our brain interprets what happened. Like when he said something like he scolded the person. I wanted to actually say something, but I just said, let me just hold my feet. He scolded the person. She was very correct. It depends on your approach. But no matter what happens, a mature person will say, I'm sorry.
Okay.
There is a space, there is a time for when you are alone. You know that when you guys are alone, that's the time you can ship in some certain things. Don't allow problems to slip to the next day. Any relationship that is built on the scripture will actually flourish very well, because the Bible says that if you're angry, don't let your anger go to the afternoon. If you bring that to your relationship, don't let that problem dance to the next day.
Next day.
When something stays for long, your heart is hardened. This guy, this girl, she get mine. Sometimes hormonal changes in females. That's why I don't blame them. Some reactions we do. She might be on her monthly
Flow.
yes, monthly flow, and some hormonal this thing will now kick up, and she might start reacting very, very, very different from who you thought she was.
She was, okay.
You have to learn that period. She wants you to apologize. So you are not, hey God. No matter who you are, no matter the King Kong you are, once it comes to relationship, marriage, Be very humble. Be very humble. Learn to apologize. Learn to say thank you. No matter how little it is, as little as 100 naira recharge card, it shows that gift is not in the value, it's not in the volume, rather, it's based on the value, based on what the intent of the person's heart. This person, he gave me recharge card, she gave me recharge card, even if it's 100 naira, it means that she knows, she has you in mind. She knows that you will need to call some people. It's not much, but at least one call will be made.
Okay.
So no matter how little it is, she helps you to carry your shoe inside. He helps you to carry your shoe inside to hold your bag when you are going out. Just say sorry. Tell the person thank you. It's not too small. A little thing like that can actually, when something happened somewhere, I don't know, I'm not being specific. Something happened somewhere, and the person got something for his wife, and the wife, not like she didn't appreciate it though, but she was saying, why are you wasting money? It was a gift though.
Wasting.
Why are you wasting money? This money that you could have used to buy something else. You are now wasting it to buy me all this shawarma. What will all this like your hair? So what will all this thing do? An elderly person there now scolded her, now told her that no, appreciate it. Because some men have this tendency that as you didn't appreciate this one, you'll feel that next time, even if you cross, and it was a spontaneous action he did. So he will now feel that next time, if this one that I want to go and buy shawarma now, maybe she will say I would have given her the money to cook rice. You see, it's now curtailing because there was no appreciation. So it's now cutting down on the care that he feels that okay, she did not appreciate that one, means that he does not. And you now start saying this guy is changing. Before he would just stay like this and buy me shawarma, not knowing that it was your response.
Okay.
So all those things are like little flaws that we need to fill in, we need to check. Those are like the challenges we actually have in.
Okay. Actually, you have said very well, like Okungo rather. And I have a question to ask. Just that you you moved into the question, but I think I need to ask a question. Should I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does sex also play a role in sustaining long-term relationship? I think if you already said something about it,
Yeah.
so I think let us say something.
Okay. In relationship before marriage,
Yes.
firstly, I would say no. My point of view.
My point of view too.
I don't believe in sex before marriage. Even the Bible says it.
Don't forget we are actually talking about sustaining.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I don't believe in sex. But if the affection can come without any sexual intercourse, it is very okay. If the Bible says marriage is honorable when the bed is undefiled.
Yeah.
So if the affection can come without this sexual intercourse coming, then it's very okay. But if you feel that it is sex that is sustained, no. That's where you're getting everything all wrong. So mine, I don't believe in sex before
No,
marriage.
Okay.
no.
Let me just add to what she has said.
Okay.
Sex before marriage
Marriage.
will actually, to some point, is the problem of trust issues.
Okay.
He's not the first person you are dating.
Okay.
He's not the first person you are dating. So if you have had something when you people are not even married, he might feel that if she has had it with me, it means that the first person she was dating, she also gave it to the person. That brings, sex is very good in marriage. It strengthens the bond in marriage.
Yeah.
I'm very capital
Not in
about that.
relationship.
Not in relationship. Why? In relationship, you are supposed to use that time in understanding yourself. You should be very careful. No, though it's very tempting because that time all your hormones are all over the place. You are in love with her, you want to eat her, but you need to be very careful because sex can actually damage a good relationship.
Yeah.
It can damage it to a point you will not understand. It can also even affect your own self because from there a child can come that you did not plan for.
Unwanted.
Yes, a child you didn't even plan for, and you can imagine I don't know how some people feel, but imagine me growing up and now saying, I was a page boy in my mother's wedding.
No.
So imagine how the child will feel. Then the parents will now be telling him, don't do this, don't do that, sex is not right, it's bad. You will lose your ground as a parent. There are some things you'll not be able to tell the child, you'll not be able to scold the child to bring the child to order because this my mom say they quarrel me or my pom say they quarrel me say I as I dey young like this, I know they sleep around. So no be me stand here so for their wedding picture. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
So this will be like an advice deriving deviating a little from the this thing. Let's try as much as possible as young adults, as youths, people in relationship. Let's try as much as possible not to involve sex in our relationship. Let's try because sex covers a lot of things. She might be very good in bed, but her character is very bad. So that sense now will now cover the whole sense of reasoning because you don't want to lose her because just because of sex, and she now take you to marriage that won't last.
Oh yeah.
So we should try as much as possible to curtail. Let's not make sex the aim of relationship. Sex has never been, even in the Bible, God never said Eve is a sex mate. He never said that. He said she's a helpmate. You're in a relationship for a particular purpose, for a definite purpose. Why am I in a relationship? Because I know that this lady, God has through her, God has helped her to shape my life to a particular point. Through this lady, I know that if I get married to her, I will build that empire that I have in mind because she has a mindset of somebody. When I read Esther, the book of Esther in the Bible, we saw what the kind of person Esther was. Esther was a praying wife.
Okay.
We know what would have, I can assume or I can imagine what would have happened if her husband killed the Jews. Esther would have been killed. If Esther was not killed, he would have been tagged the bias king because he loved Esther very well. He would have been tagged the bias king. She helped her people by fasting and praying. She also helped her husband because there would have been something that would have gotten wrong in the process of killing
Yeah.
that will even take him out of the throne. So everyone, when that comes in, the relationship becomes imbalanced because there are some things that will happen in the relationship when sex comes into the relationship. There are some things that people will not be able to do because you will be feeling guilty. It's something that is not legalized. No matter how we want to paint it in our generation, it's something that is not acceptable. Even the Bible, as Christians, even the Bible calls it. It said adultery for married people, fornication for married people, So let's not paint it. Let's not paint sex as the terms for relationship. The terms, because if we paint it as the terms for relationship, gradually you can see what's happening on social media is eating deep into even marriages. That's why the person will not be faithful. When he now gets married now, he will not be faithful because he has already eaten enough. He has already seen enough of his wife. He has seen enough of everything. He has gone through the process. So he will now say, let me go and search outside. So it's unhealthy in a relationship when you bring sex into it. So my advice to young people is please try as much as possible to avoid it. Please.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
For the last question, this will be the very last. Just that my brain should not ask any question again. Okay, this is the very last question. Now, this question is kind of funny, something that happened. So let's just let go. So, how do you expect a guy who haven't attended school and a girl who has attended school to live together in order to sustain love and connection? Remember, the guy has not gone to school, but the girl has. Now, I think let me refer it to her first. Then, when I come to you, I'm going to
Turn it,
exactly your turn. So, how do you expect a guy who haven't gone to school and a girl who has gone to school to live together in terms of in order to sustain love and connection?
Firstly, there's something called class
Okay.
in a relationship in picking your partner. You go for someone that is your class. Ladies particularly, they love going to people they can lean on and cry on, and the person will give them a reasonable solution. So if you are going into a guy who is not properly educated, there will be a problem if you can't manage it. So in order to avoid the problem happening, I would advise ladies, go for someone that is in your class. Go for someone that understands your level of thinking, because this uneducated man may not understand your level of thinking for probably the next 5 years. He'll still be studying you. But if you feel okay, love drew me to him, so I have to marry him, then you have to expand your accommodation scheme greatly. You have to learn to accommodate all because his excesses will be too numerous to mention. His excesses will be many. So you have to create an allowance to be able to accommodate his excesses. And if you know you will not be able to do it, with someone in your class, because it will be, and also people will talk. So if you can create the accommodation and you will not be able to handle what people have to say, don't even go into it. Personally, I wouldn't even advise a lady to marry a guy that is not in her class. The same way I wouldn't advise a guy to marry a lady that is not in his class, because I feel there will be a clash of personality. The lady, the lady naturally will, there will be that prompting to act like the boss, to act like the king of the house. The prompting is natural because you have more exposure, you have the knowledge more than your husband or your boyfriend, your fiance, your guy. So that tendency of being the boss will be there, and the tendency of giving him very little respect is bound to happen, because you feel he's not up to my level. He does not understand the things I do. He's not even going to meet my standard in the next couple of years. So I do have, it's not my duty to respect. He is to respect me. The worst is if she's the one now providing for the family. So that's where it's going to be wrong. That's where it's going to be very messy. So I will just advise ladies, stick to someone in your class. Stick to someone in your class. But if you know you can manage someone that is below you, if you know you can accommodate someone that is not educated as well as you are, then you can, go for someone that is less educated than you are. If you know you can cover up, because in this kind of relation, a whole lot of covering up has to be done. Because you have to cover up for him in so many ways. If you know you will not be able to do this excessive covering up, then stay where you are. Don't go into what you'll not be able to finish.
Okay, so coming to the guy,
Okay.
how do you expect a girl? Yeah, how do you expect a girl who haven't attended school and a guy who had to live together in order to sustain love and connection?
We live together.
We guys understand that.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. The should I say African kind of scope is that before before from history we have heard, before they will say a lady's place is in the kitchen. So
Women education and
That was back then.
that's why I said
the
before.
days.
That's why I said before.
Okay.
So and they were actually, you see an educated man marrying a lady or in a relationship with somebody that is not educated. For me personally, I won't be able to marry the person. Then it depends. I'll say that it depends, because there are some people that when once they see their future wife, they are fully aware, they have already seen the picture. There are some people that has this ability to see, not vision, oh, they can see somebody and they can see potentials in the person. So it might be possible for a man to marry somebody that is We saw it in Nigeria here. One of our presidents in Nigeria,
Okay.
not like her English was not fluent
Mm.
like other first lady, but he
Please
saw.
call him. Because
No, you know, it's social
No,
media,
call him,
so
call him.
so
Jonathan.
yeah.
Patient.
So you see, he saw what other men around her didn't see,
Okay.
and he got married to her, and she represented well. She was That one for me was like the best first lady because
Yes,
there's no time you go online and she does not crack you up. I can say that was her own purpose or mandate she had to play with all those crises that were happening,
Yeah.
bomb blast, and she'll just come online and she'll just drop one, and everybody will find
Will you
joy.
keep quiet?
Will find joy in it. So
Okay.
there are some people that have this ability to see beyond that. There was a story Apostle Femi Lazarus said. He said a man went to the filling station with his wife. They were driving. They went to fill their car. So when they drove into the filling station, she saw a guy. She now tapped her husband and now said, "Ah, it's my ex-boyfriend." The husband now said, "You see," he teased her. He said, "You see, thank God you have to be grateful that you married me. If not, you'd have been a wife to a
Okay.
filling station attendant." And the woman now responded, she said that if I got married to him, he would have been the one on this steering.
Wow.
So that's to show you that you as a person, you must be a powerhouse to be able to ignite another person.
But don't touch me now. Yeah, touch.
You must be a powerhouse to be able to ignite another person. Yes, he didn't go to school, maybe due to background. Yes, she didn't go to school due to finance. But in a relationship with her does not mean that it must stop there. The only way you have problems is when the person in question is not ready to learn.
So then,
That's when you know that that's a no-no.
okay.
Don't go. Don't dive into it. It's not a must that she must go to the university. If you go to developed countries, you can see that some people they run programs, a year programs, 2 years programs. They can learn basic educations. She can be an entrepreneur. Most people we are saying top what school did what's this guy's name? The guy that brought computer that was a dropout, so that Bill Gates also.
You
You see? So it does not just stop in education. It does not just stop there. Is if you have the ability to see beyond the person, see beyond this, you can actually groom the person. We have seen stories on social media where the man sent the girl to school. She went to school, graduated. We have seen stories that he married somebody that was not in school, but presently the wife is a doctor.
Right.
We have seen stories. It all depends on the person doing it and not lauding it.
Yeah.
Doing it not because you are entitled to or because you wanted to do it so that you make money. Do it because you love the person. You saw what you got married to. You saw what you wanted to live with. You know that this person can be the next big thing. The United States president, their vice president is a lady.
Wow.
Is a lady, and see where she is. See where her husband is. So you don't know where your spouse. When you see where your spouse will be, maybe you value the person you not care about. That's why I say long-term relationship. It's something that has to do with 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, lifetime. So you don't know where this person will be in the next 10 to 20 years. So your investment in the person will actually tell you the value. The person will now know the value he places on you. The person will now know the value, how valuable this person is to me. How valuable this is what this person has helped me in. So it's very possible that you can actually be in a long-term relationship with somebody with a lady that didn't go to school, yes, that is not in your class. If she's willing to learn to grow, if she's willing, if she's learnable, she's teachable. So the only problem there is if the person don't want to learn. The person say, not my business. Maybe you saw me like this and you now came and married me. That's where there will now be a problem because there will always be like what she said, personality clash, class clash. the person, I will be like this. Imagine somebody that did not go to school and you now carry the person to a social function. The person will now be like, I don't I get can imagine and see your own class there. Everybody is please give me this, give so it's
Very embarrassing.
no matter how you want to do, you feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
Of course, you will.
And the person, imagine now the person don't want to learn. Person say, I bet me when I leave me, oh, where they live my own life, oh, I don't get time. Right? You can imagine. It will now reduce the way you be taking the person out. It will
Yeah.
now be, don't marry somebody you are ashamed of.
Oh, boom. Yeah.
Don't marry somebody you're ashamed of. Marry somebody that you can flaunt to the have you seen what's happening on social media? You now marry somebody that say, baby, please, my friends are coming, just hide in your room.
Oh,
Can imagine.
Jesus Christ.
Can imagine just because you are not proud of no. Marry the one that you call as your friends are coming, you call them. You say, babe, my friends are coming. You call, you don't even need to tell her that prepare for the occasions. You should just, she will just ask you which of your friends. Then she will know how she will dress for the occasions and she will now come out and your friends will even be saying, they will now be saying, you say you can imagine.
Which one?
Not the one that your friends will be, you just be hearing them whisper. See, I'm waiting with this, I'm waiting no. So marry somebody you'll be proud of. And also you can actually marry somebody that didn't go to school. If she's ready to learn, she's open to learn.
Okay, thank you very much for your input and for your time. I really, really appreciate it. And of course, I want to believe my audience out there learned something today. And I think today has been, we've had one of the best discussions, one of the best discussions so far. And before I actually draw this talk show to a conclusion, like I said before, I have a game to play with both of you. Just a question. And initially I said three questions, but I just increased it to four.
Oh.
Yeah.
And whatever is your answer must come out of honesty and be truthful.
Okay.
I have a story.
Oh.
Want to lie? Okay, let's have it. Okay, so your first question, ladies first.
Why is it now that it's ladies first?
Of course, they have been first for 2 times, two or 3 times. So ladies first.
Okay,
Okay,
no
ready?
problem.
Trust me, just simple question.
Okay.
Now, what was the last book that you read?
The last book I read was You're Young, Not Stupid by Sakesi Namika.
Wow, can you give us a summary?
Okay, it tells us how young people can do exploits, how creative young minds are. That sometimes young minds are more creative than the advanced minds.
That's good. I think I'd like to read. Okay, thank you very much. So your question, what have you never done before?
Plenty, the list long. Okay, I've never swim or swarmed. Like what's the right word? Yes, but I'm definitely going to learn it.
Wow, that's good.
Next
That's
one,
good.
I've never smoked.
Of course, I don't like it.
I've never drank.
Like you don't drink, like you don't drink even Coke.
No alcohol. Very specific. Okay. I've never backbited somebody. That thing is very bad.
Whoa!
Very dirty. I'm telling you. If you are not bold enough to talk at the person's front, don't even say it at all now. Don't even conceive it. Tell the person to the person's front. If the person wants to blow you, you can now run.
Okay. Those are the things you've not done.
Those are the few things I've not done.
Wow, okay. Who means you've run before? You've run, Abby?
Nah.
Like
Hey, school. Hey, like which one I've not run for?
like, okay, your second question. What time did you wake up this morning?
One time, okay, I woke up by 5 this morning. I think earlier than 5, or I stood up by 5 when my alarm rang.
Okay.
Because
So when you woke up, what were you doing? Or what did you do?
I prepared. Today is
Not
our.
pray.
No.
Okay.
Okay, I said it wasn't prayer. I prepared. I said it wasn't prayer.
Okay. Let's have your next question. What was the first? Why would I have this question? But let me ask you. What was the first thing you did this morning?
The first thing I did this morning, first of all, it's very important to pray. Commit your day to the
Did you
Lord.
pray?
No, I actually prayed. I prayed personal prayer and now did the family prayer.
Mama,
Mm.
be the pastor. So any lady out there, please, you can drop, Tracy. Okay, your third question. What was the last time you said, ah, I love you to someone older than you, your partner?
Someone older
No,
than
no,
me.
someone older than your partner. Apart from your partner, what was the last time you told somebody?
This morning.
This morning,
Yeah.
the guy was lady.
A lady.
Why was it a lady?
She's my best friend.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, and your third question, right?
Yes, my
Yes,
third
third
question.
What is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest.
Childhood memory.
Can you break that down a little? Like,
Okay, something you did in your childhood at your early
oh
stage.
my God. The question is supposed to be, what did I not do as a child? Is it to be avatar? Is it to be Kung Fu Panda? I was breaking people's windscreen.
No, that's dangerous.
I was using stick, Zina.
Violence.
Speaking of it, women to wear a violentia.
Will I say violential or adventurous?
Okay. I hope you're not doing it again.
No, let somebody catch you with his windscreen.
Both things are passed away. Okay, your last question. Um, what did you love doing as a child that you don't do anymore?
Wow. Did I love doing as a child? I don't
Mommy and
know.
daddy.
No, not that.
Okay.
Oh my god. I loved carrying babies a whole lot.
When you were
Much younger.
wow, that kind of good baby.
Yeah.
Tell the child.
No, I don't.
Okay, so your that was the last question. Right?
Yes.
Okay, the last question. What was your last dream about?
My last dream.
Hmm.
That's yesterday night though.
What was your last
Ew. Okay, yesterday night, my last dream was I was home now. In my dream, I was now in the house in the dream,
You're not sleeping.
and I was now sleeping on my bed. Then I now dreamt.
Okay.
So what was the dream all about? So inside your dream, you dreamt.
Yeah, inside my
You
dream,
dreamt.
I did not dream, but I had a dream when I was sleeping.
Miraculous.
Okay, thank you so very much for your time. I
Thank
really
you
appreciate
too.
my guest speakers, Mr. Divine, right?
Yes.
And Miss, right? Not Miss,
Miss.
Miss Africana. You speak at least normal. And just like I said, I'm sorry for what before.
A public speaker and a spoken word artist.
So in case you have an event of which you want her to come present, of course you do this event, right?
Yes, I do.
Just please call through or just drop a comment, and of course I'll give you a number or you will chat with us. Then from there, you can give them. So thank you very much, and of course, please, from what you've heard so far, if you have a question to ask, please feel free to drop your question in the comments section. And of course, if you have any topic that has been bothering you and you wanted to throw more light on it, elaborate it to your own understanding, feel free to bring it to the comment section. And if you want to see them again, please just drop it in your comments. You don't fail to do what to share this video and of course subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the button, I think top right, left, also top right. Anyhow, anyway, just click on them and please just to be notified whenever I drop a new video. Thank you very much. See you